Is that your hair?
No. Okay, so today we're gonna. Oh, first, Gabe. I've been meaning to give you something. Because Zach, it was his birthday. And I didn't give it to you. I made this for you.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Gabe.
Cool.
I wrote on the back, happiest of birthdays, Gabe. It's a pleasure to have you in my class, Miss Sarah. There you go.
Don't forget.
I'm sorry it's so late.
Tomorrow's Angel's birthday.
I know it's Angel's birthday.
Tomorrow.
And Abraham's was on Monday. I forgot I was late on Abraham's too.
Ah, you forgot Abraham. You said that your birthday.
Okay. So today we're going to continue talking about our weather. And so first things first.
What's the problem?
What is, can somebody please tell me, let's do some review. Can somebody tell me what is weather?
Oh my goodness. They do blowing.
What is something that is weather? Yes, Leslie?
Rain.
Rain?
Yeah.
Wind? Alicia?
Weather is types of weather that like rain, snow, or thunderstorm, flood, everything that does.
Yes. Okay. What is climate? Somebody give me an example of climate.
Sticky.
What?
What is the climate like in the desert?
I'm in with the desert.
Leslie?
It means if the weather doesn't change some places.
Well, weather, like what it's like in a certain area over time, over a long period of time. Weather is what it's like when you look out the window.
Cloudy.
So when you look out the window, you can say it's raining, it's windy, it's sunny. That's the weather.
Or tornado.
Right. The climate is weather over a long period of time. Okay? So that's
That's the name.
so let's go over our notes. So weather is what it is like outside at a particular time and place. Weather often changes, right? It change, like for example, remember yesterday when we got off the bus, it was raining, but then by my class, it was sunny outside.
It didn't rain. Where I live, it didn't rain. Some parts rain, some parts doesn't.
Do you not live around here? Because it was raining when I got here.
I live in what
You live on Aldine Westville, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
It sometimes it rains over there, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Okay, so
There's not raining over there.
so when the temperature is high, what does it feel like outside?
Hot.
It's hot. But when the temperature is low,
It's cold.
it's cold. Okay.
That's a big box.
What is precipitation?
Rain.
Rain.
Any type of rain. Hello. Precipitation is any amount of water that falls from the sky. So it can be rain, it can be snow. What's another kind?
Hurricane.
Thunder.
Okay, we're talking about water that comes from the sky. So it's
Oh.
rain.
It was rain. It was snow.
No.
It was
What's another
Hill.
Hail.
Hail.
What's hail?
Hail is the
It's kind of like rain.
like the ice.
And like a big ice ball, right?
And the big ice will that grow.
Goes fast, okay? Oh. What's that?
That is
Rain.
rain.
Rain gate.
Rain gate.
Correct. We have one outside, right?
Yes.
Okay, what is,
Rooster.
Rain.
well, that's kind of right. A weather vane. What does a
A
weather
weather
vane do?
They do the.
They direct the. They make sure the weather.
Okay, hold on. Raise your hand. Yes, Leslie?
They direct the weather.
Which direction the weather's going? Just remember when you see this, it's north, south, east, west. Yes,
They blowing the rooster.
yep. Y'all remember what this is? This is the hard one.
This is what's it called?
Correct.
Oh,
Anemometer. What does that do, Leslie? You want to let somebody else try to figure it out? Okay. What do you think?
I think it makes it how it will be cold and hot. No, that's
No. Good try. Yeah. Israel?
I think they blow like in monitor. They blow something like ice.
Okay. You want to try me? No?
Does it
Okay.
measure how fast it goes?
Yes, it's measuring how fast the wind goes. Good job. Okay.
Right, you said.
So this one, the anemometer measures the speed of the wind, and this one is the direction of the wind.
Direction.
Now, climate is the temperature of precipitation in a place over a long period of time, right? Remember we talked about when we were looking at this? Remember?
North, south, and
Yes, the line.
the ice. With his
I don't remember.
The poles. The
the
poles.
poles.
The north and south poles. What happens at the poles?
It was
Is it hot or cold at the
it's
poles?
cold.
It's cold.
It's deep cold.
And then remember there's an imaginary line all the way around.
Oh, there's the red one.
What is it? What is it at that area?
It was
So, if it's cold here and cold here, what is it in the middle? Hot. Excellent. Okay. So let's get our review. So now let's talk about what we're going to talk about today. Okay. So today we're going to talk more about predicting the weather. Okay? Barometer. Okay? Now all these words are over there on our word wall as well. Okay, so the barometer looks similar to this. There's a lot of different kinds of them, okay? A barometer measures the air pressure. Now, do you guys remember that video we watched yesterday where the guys were walking up the mountain?
Yes.
Okay, now the air pressure is different at higher what? Higher altitude. Good job. Higher altitude. So a rising barometer means sunny and dry conditions, while a falling barometer means stormy and wet conditions. Okay, a rain gauge measures the amount of rain that's falling. So, does anybody remember how much rain fell yesterday when we checked our rain gauge?
Almost.
1.5 inches.
It was 1 inch, right? 1 inch. Okay, a thermometer measures the air temperature. Okay, so does our thermometer look like that? No, ours is round, right?
That's cold.
Okay, back to temperature. What happens to hot air?
To the faster.
Does it go up or go down?
It could be up.
Hot air goes up, right? Where
Or
does
the rooster can.
cold air goes down? Okay. So here's that anemometer. Okay. And it measures what?
The wind? The wind. The wind.
The speed of the
It's the
wind.
speed of the wind.
Yep. Wind vane.
It's a rooster.
Wind vane. What does that measure?
The
North,
direct-
south,
the
east,
direction
west.
of the wind.
Direction of the wind. Very good. Okay, this is a new one. Radar. Doppler
Oh.
radar. Have you guys ever seen that before?
Breaking the news.
You?
Raise your hand if you've seen that before. Melissa, have you seen it? What do you think it is? Just tell me in your own words what you think it is. Wind. It could tell us about the wind. But what it mostly tells us about.
Wrong.
Yes,
school.
Alicia?
I think how high will it be in our city, or how is the wind will be like hard it is.
Okay. Well, actually, what it does is see here where it's red in the middle, and then the colors change. That's telling us where the weather is the worst. Okay. So when we're watching, we'll look at a radar here in our area. But when, let's say, you live right there where that red is,
I know.
you would know. Yes, Israel.
The red one is the strong one because they strong wind, they strong lightning, they strong. That's a call. They're strong snow. They're strong lightning. They
It's all
strong
strong weather conditions,
Yes.
right? That's
Because-
correct.
because it what's that right there?
Now, see, if you look right here, down here at the bottom, here is what they call a legend, or what's going to tell us what that means. Okay?
The blue one's not strong. The other one's.
So right here, if it's black, that means you're not good, right?
No good because
Okay.
they slow.
Okay. All right, so those are our weather tools. Now, do you guys want, what we need to do first is check our temperature for today and what the weather is for today. Who wants to check the temperature? Alicia, you want to go check it? Who wants to tell me what they think the weather is today?
Cloudy.
Cloudy. Go outside and go and look at the sky.
Cloudy, it was.
It's below 60 degrees.
Here, let me help you look at it.
It's below 60 degrees.
Okay, so see that line next to, in between the 60 and the 80? That's a 70. So it's 70 degrees. 70 degrees. So what did we say yesterday? It's 70 degrees. Hot, warm, cool, warm, or cold?
It's warm. I think it was
It's cool.
because the food
Just
is 70 degrees.
So it is cool. 70 degrees is cool. Okay, and what did we, Angel, what did you say? What is the, everybody, I need a general consensus. Cloudy. Everybody participate. So Angel says it's cloudy. Leslie, what do you say it is?
I would say it's cloudy.
Okay. Alicia, what do you say it is?
Cloudy and cloudy.
Cloudy. Okay. What do you think, Alyssa? Cloudy. Okay. What do you think, Gabe? Do you think it's sunny outside? No. Do you think that it's raining outside? No. Do you think that it's cloudy outside? Yeah. Okay. So it's cloudy. So everybody thinks it's cloudy. Cloudy and 70 degrees. So well, where's my cloudy? Angel, you take my cloudy home.
I think Gabe took it.
Gabe, you took my cloudy? Gabe!
I don't think we have cloudy.
If we run out of cloudy, there's way too many cloudies. Too many cloudy days.
Take the one.
No, Gabe spelled it.
This is the cloudy. Okay, so we say cloudy, 70 degrees. Okay? Put that over here. Okay. I'll put those up in a minute. Okay, before we move on to our next one, I want you guys to watch this quick video.
The weather is one of the most powerful and important forces on Earth. But how do you know what the weather is going to be like so you can plan ahead? A lot can go wrong if you don't plan for the weather. While you're busy with your everyday life, a global network of gadgets scan and measure the atmosphere, collecting data from all over the world. Radar systems, weather balloons, ocean monitoring buoys, lots of other cool instruments track changes to help predict the weather. Another vital ingredient is space. Way out in orbit, weather satellites are getting the big picture of atmospheric changes. These European weather satellites, METOP and Meteosat, give us the ability to see the weather before it reaches us. Orbiting the Earth 14 times a day, around 850 kilometers up, METOP keeps a close eye on temperature, humidity, and winds. METOP's observations, along with all the other data, are fed into powerful supercomputers. These huge machines then punch their way through billions of bits of data about current weather, oceans, and atmosphere to forecast future weather. The process is called numerical weather prediction and is what scientists use to help us plan our lives. It's clever stuff. Individuals and entire countries can react when bad weather is on the way. Governments, pilots, farmers, fishermen and sailors, shop owners, tourists, building workers, and even power stations all rely on accurate weather forecasts. Further out in space, at 36,000 kilometers, Meteosat stays over the same spot on Earth, keeping a 24-hour watch over Europe and Africa's weather. This type of satellite is essential for detecting the development of rapidly changing weather, such as storms and fog, helping meteorologists work out what is likely to happen in the next few hours. So many lives are affected in huge ways by the weather, and our ability to predict and plan for it, and everyone's life is affected in little ways every day. Weather forecasts enable us to plan to keep traffic moving, planes on schedule and on the safest path. And everyone's saying, well, not always without a pitch. So remember that a whole host of satellites and other amazing weather technology are always at your fingertips whenever you have plans. So don't forget to check the weather.
Okay, so can you guys give me an example? I want everybody to give me an example of when you have had the weather change your plans. Angel?
Once,
You're gonna go where? It's already. What about you, Israel? When has the weather had you have to change your plan? So like if you're going on a trip and you couldn't leave on time, right? Okay. Yep. That's no good.
If an airport survived
Okay.
If the airport survived, they blend in.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Leslie?
Me and my family were going to get our
Yeah, the beach would be too fun. What about you, Miss Martinez? Have you ever had to change your plan?
Yeah, time when it actually got here, I didn't go home till like 9 o'clock.
I think I've heard a story about that.
Well, and I be too actually.
I think everybody had to do that day. Everybody left.
What about you, Alicia? Can you tell me?
I stay home.
Stay home?
When it started, and when we got started, that we decided to have that started.
That makes you have to change a lot of plans, huh?
I used to live in the house, but I moved to
Oh, okay. What about you, Alyssa? Have you ever had to change your plans on an airplane? I know a time in particular where you had to change your plans because of the weather. Do you remember the senior breakfast?
Uh,
The senior breakfast you couldn't come because of the weather. Remember?
I just ate breakfast.
Now, what's one way that we can know how we can plan? How can we plan our day, our week out?
Step away the cloud.
Uh-huh.
By looking at we go.
Excellent. Looking at a
Right.
weather forecast. So if we look at the weather forecast for the week, we can plan our week. But that's not 100%, right?
We go out in the
Mm-hmm.
we go out.
So a way that we can look and find out what the weather is, there's a couple ways. You remember when we looked at our N2Y book about predicting the weather?
Yes.
What are some ways that it told us to look? So we can look on the internet, right? So we could do, well, that's one way. Other way, what did she do when she wanted to find out what she was going to wear?
Gloves.
Okay. She wear that if it was cold outside.
She wearing gloves, she wearing jacket, she wearing hat.
She was wondering if she could wear, Pam was wondering if she could wear her pink t-shirt. And so she did what? She
Open the door.
went outside and
Outside.
she realized that
It's rain.
it was cold. She needed to wear her sweater. So one way is look on the internet, go outside.
Hey,
We can look on our phone, on an app, right?
someday I have to play the news.
We can watch TV,
You watch TV, it's like somebody breathing.
huh? Okay. So here's the weather. Okay, so today,
It's 77 degrees.
77 degrees.
And they said 67 degrees.
Alicia, what does that say?
Cloudy.
Cloudy skies, a stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Good for rain. This number right here,
It's 24?
23%. You know what that means, Alyssa?
I'm so close.
What that means is that there's a 23% chance that it will what?
Rain.
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 And like,
Good.
yeah.
Okay, this is tonight.
Wednesday.
So since we went through this, what do you think about this? What's gonna happen tonight?
16, 70 degrees.
And
And
the rain
they
and
got
all
rain
the
and they got like Thunder. rain, hill. It was 50 degrees.
Okay, so what chance of rain do we have today? Or tonight, Alyssa? What's the percentage of chance of rain tonight? 50. Good. attached to this, does this mean that this is absolutely gonna happen?
Yeah.
No.
You think so?
No.
Nope. I just say no.
This is a prediction.
Oh yeah.
A prediction.
They can't help.
Okay.
They will.
So we are over here, remember? We are gathering our weather data right here of what it's like every day and what the temperature is. Thanks. What the temperature is every day so that we can find out what the weather or meteorologist predicted and what it actually was. Okay? And then we can also see what the data says. How many days were cloudy? How many days were sunny? What was the highest temperature in March?
How much is strong?
Yes. Okay? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over that. Now, I'm gonna pass this out and we're gonna read this together and answer some questions, okay?
That's a lot.
And notice, I'm not giving y'all the questions now. Because y'all just answer the questions first.
We're just
That's
reading.
That's not
else.
easier.
That's Louisiana, that's all it does.
Okay. So I will start reading, and if anybody wants to read, let me know, and we can.
Definitely want to
I'm gonna read.
You do? Okay, well, let me read the first paragraph, and then you can read the next one, okay? Weather forecasters or meteorologists use several tools to help predict the weather. A meteorologist is a scientist who studies the atmosphere and predicts what the weather will be today, tomorrow, or in the future. Weather forecasters are also meteorologists. A weather forecast is a prediction, there's that word prediction, by a meteorologist and is often given on television using the tools to predict the weather for today, tomorrow, or next week. A meteorologist will use computer models, observations, and a knowledge of trends and patterns to predict the weather. A computer model is a computer process or program that helps predict the weather. Right, Lucia?
Some of the tools used by a weather forecast including a
Thermometer,
thermometer,
barometer,
rain tape, and thermometer, a thermometer, temperature,
pressure. Anemometer, determine, anyone else want to read? Okay. Several other instruments a meteorologist or weather forecaster uses are weather balloons, weather satellites, weather buoys, and Doppler radar. A weather balloon is the size of a large beach ball when it is sent into the air, but grows to the size of a bus as the air pressure increases. Eventually, the weather balloon bursts and a parachute allows a lightweight cardboard box filled with scientific instruments to drop to the ground. The scientific instruments in the box have measured wind speed, wind direction, air pressure, air temperature, and other data. A weather satellite orbits the Earth or can hover over the same spot. Weather satellites carry instruments that scan the Earth to form images. The images take less than a minute to be sent to Earth. The weather satellites usually have some sort of small telescope or antenna for the purpose of monitoring weather systems. Satellites operate for 3 to 7 years, but some last much longer. The data from satellites is sent to weather stations and then relayed to weather forecast centers all over the world. Weather buoys measure air temperature above the ocean's surface. Wind speed, steady and gusting, wind direction, and other data. Weather buoys work similarly as a weather balloon, except they are located in oceans as well as lakes. In addition, because they are in oceans and lakes, they also measure water temperature, wave height, and other data. Doppler radar gives weather forecasters more information to share with people interested in learning about the amount of rain to expect. How much rain, the speed and direction of wind, and much more. Doppler radar can also provide early detection of severe thunderstorms that may cause dangerous winds, large hail, heavy rain, and possibly tornadoes. In summary, weather forecasters and meteorologists use many instruments to predict the weather all over the world. The instruments they use may be as simple as a thermometer to measure how cold or warm the air is, to other instruments that send messages all over the world, like Doppler radar or weather satellite. Did you guys learn something new? Okay, so I'm going to pass these out and I'm going to assign each one of you a question. But if you finish your question, I'd like for you to work on the other ones, okay? Okay, Gabe, you'll be number 1. You'll be number 2, Alyssa. Okay, Leslie, you'll be number 3. Number 4 is Israel. Alicia, you're number 5. Did I give you one?
Yeah,
Number 5? Okay. And then Angel,
number 6.
you're number 6, right? Did I miss anybody? Okay. So what number is your question?
What is this?
Remember me? Or you want a question? One of the following weather instruments uses a parachute. Parachute. No parachute. Parachute jump off the plane.
What are you?
Circle.
Can you read me that?
Very right. This is either a weather balloon, weather satellite, or Doppler radar. Satellite is a thing in space.
I didn't know. Look at the water.
If you have finished your question, raise your hand.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yes, put your name right here. Okay. I'll come right up. Oh, can you help her? And then I'll, okay.
Is that your question?
No. I said the first one.
Whenever.
Which of the following weather instruments is
If you
used
wanted
to
to find
determine
out
how much
what
rain is
direction
expected?
the wind was blowing, which of the following, what do you use to find out what direction? Good job. Excellent.
Read this one here. Read this paragraph.
Yeah, mine.
Another one?
Second to last, choose one.
Read that
Read it
one.
all out.
It says in deep.
Read it. Yes.
Which one of those goes high on you? Let's go back and read over here.
What's it called?
A weather balloon goes off at a large range
Radar.
and it is sent into the air.
Bring up the
Grows
power
the
in the
size
weather.
of plus as air pressure increases. Eventually the weather balloon bursts and the parachute along a drop-way carbon box will be decided to drop to the ground. Okay, guys, y'all answered your questions?
What is on this?
Okay, we're gonna start working on this. Going over this?
Yes, I got it. What is number 2?
Is that the one I assigned to you?
Okay.
Okay, Israel.
Did you use a thermometer?
first one. Gabe, which of the following weather instruments measures air speed? Thinks it's D, anemometer. That would be correct, Gabe. Way to go. Number 2. If you wanted to, this is Alyssa. If you wanted to find out what direction the wind was blowing, which of the following would you use, Alyssa? What'd you choose for number 2? C, a wind vane. Good job. Number 3. Which one of the following weather instruments uses the parachute? Leslie?
I would say B.
D, Doppler radar?
No, B.
Oh, B, a weather buoy? Okay, weather buoys in the ocean or the lake. What goes high up in the air and needs a parachute?
Weather balloon?
Huh?
Weather balloon?
That's correct. A weather balloon. Israel. Which of the following weather instruments is used for determining how much rain to expect? Doppler radar. Alicia,
Huh?
which of the
C.
Okay, Alicia, I'm gonna read the question first. Which of the following weather instruments orbit the Earth?
C.
Which one?
C.
Weather satellite. Excellent. Angel, which of the following weather instruments is used to measure the temperature of the water in a body of water? Weather buoy. Very good. Okay, guys. For the rest of class, I have a couple of things that I need for us to do as far as